I got a backswing hack I want to share with you, newsletter crew. It's super cool. You won't have seen much of this before, using the force plates, just to show you what your trail foot can do for your backswing, turn downswing and strike. So I've done two swings here, one on the left, one on the right. The one on the left is a classic amateur swing where I sway over onto the right. You'll see at the top of my backswing I've got nearly 81%, 82 pressure on trail foot, hardly any on lead. Swing on the right here, you're going to see I'm much more recentered. So the swing on the right is basically a shift to the right early, 85%, and then I don't really go any more than that. I'm now resisting actually turning back towards target with my pressure to even it out. And this is a common misconception. As I've done it in other newsletters, so many golfers think they've got to go onto their right foot, then back onto the left. There is an element of that, but for most of you, it needs to happen way earlier. And at the top of the backswing with your pressure, we do actually want it re-centering. Now, what's causing that is how I grab and grip the floor with my trail foot. One of the reasons, there's many, but this is a key one. Now, we're not going to linger on the graphs too much because people hate graphs, I get it. But I just want you to look at these two orange graphs here. So basically 22 force vector to 18. So there's more force being generated on the better swing, a little less on the swing where I'm swaying. But I don't want you to think about the amount so much. I peak the force in this orange graph when my hands are belly button high. The one on the left here, which goes with the swaying swing, not only is it jumping around all over the place as I try to work out where I am in the world, it peaks its force, less force, at the top of my backswing. So we see a gradual curve and a gradual roll down where we see a steep shift up and then a bit more gradual to steeper pull down. So let's show you what that actually means. So we want a better recentering of your hips, less sway, better grip through the ground to create these better struck, straighter shots. Now, what I'm doing is I'm actually, as I start my downswing, and this comes not me, with better players are doing this as well, is my trail foot, so my right foot, is basically turning clockwise quite aggressively as I start my backswing. So as I start my backswing, as soon as I begin, so kind of a few nanoseconds into my backswing, close about here, my right foot starts holding on. It starts turning out that way, not physically, but in the shoe, and the shoe holds on to me and the studs holds onto the ground, so you get this resistance, you create this force, which then pushes back on my hips, which allows me to go to trail side, grab on with that foot, and then that starts recentering me back to the middle. Where the swaying swing, what we saw is this gradual move onto the right side, this gradual build-up of energy as my right side decided to say you need to hold on at some point or you're going to just fall over. Now this is quite an abstract thought, so easy way to get a feel of this, I want you to get anything under your trail foot that's slippier than the surface you're on. So my plates here, if I move my foot, there's a lot of grab here because I've got my studs on, basically my grippy, and if I had trainers on, they'd be grab. On the mat here, which you might find like on ranges, again, there's quite a lot of grab in there. So we want slip. I've just got an old golf ball box here that I've opened up. Tea towels, anything shiny, new magazines that you can get under that trail foot. You'll find stuff around your house which is nice and slippy. Now what I want you to do, just as you make a few backswings, as soon as you start, I want you to feel like you're turning that foot out that way, clockwise. See how it's turning? Nice and easy, so you're not going to bust your ankle or your knee, but you want to feel that turning out. And then just take it back and put that same feeling of that shoe feeling like it's turning in the ground. And what you're going to find is your backswing becomes considerably more explosive, considerably more wound up and resisted through this trail foot holding on, which will hopefully allow for lots of golfers to start getting some of that energy back down into the ball. And this is something you should be taking to the range, just something shiny that slips, that fits under your right foot if you're struggling with sways and poor strikes, bleeding this into your golf shots. Feel it turn. You've got no resistance now. If we played on ice, we'd have to swing very differently, but we've got grip on our shoe. We want to use that grip, same feeling, feel like you're turning it out. So you're not actually turning that foot out, but you'll feel like you are in the shoe, and that shoe will grip, the ground will hold on and push back, and it will absolutely change the way you feel your backswing moves, getting rid of a load of this fluffiness, And if we change the way your backswing moves, for most golfers, it influences a much better downswing, which might encourage those better strikes. Let me know if this helps. Can't wait to see you next week, everybody.